Hello, viewers. Today we are going to start a new chapter, Climate of India. So, at first, we are going to discuss about the factors affecting India's weather and climate. Several factors are there. Let's see the factors one by one. Follow the map. Latitude wise, the Tropic of Cancer divides India into two parts, the subtropical north and tropical south. The northernmost part of India is occupied by high mountains. The places those are situated north of the Tropic of Cancer experience extreme or continental type of climate, means very high temperature in summer season and very low temperature in winter season. But the southern peninsula enclosed on three sides by the Arabian Sea, Indian Ocean and Bay of Bengal experiences moderate climate, means neither too hot nor too cold. Just follow the left hand side, Arabian Sea, and right hand side Bay of Bengal is there. Now come to the next point, that is the influence of Himalayas. The great Himalayan range obstruct the bitter cold winds which is coming from Siberia, and the Himalayan range obstruct the rain-bearing southwest monsoon winds also, forcing them to shed their moisture. As a result, the heavy rainfall is occur in northeastern part of India and Indo-Gangetic plain. Altitude. The temperature decreases with increasing height. It's called lapse rate. So the places those are situated at the higher altitude are cooler as compared to the places those are situated in the plains, distance from the sea. The places those are situated in the interior have extreme climate, whereas the places those are situated near the sea have equable climate due to effect of land and sea breeze. Now come to the next point, that is western disturbance. The depressions originate from Mediterranean Sea. During the winter season, there is an inflow of low pressure depressions which is called western disturbance in northwest India. It entered India after crossing Iraq, Afghanistan and Pakistan. They intensify over northwest India and move eastward, causing rain in Punjab and Haryana and snowfall in the Himalayan belt. Just follow. This is the direction of western disturbance. Jet stream. It's a upper air circulation. It could determine the onset and offset of the monsoon. In higher class, you know details about this. Now come to the next point, that is the season. On the basis of monsoon variation, the year may be divided into four main seasons. That is the hot dry season, March to May, rainy season, June to September, the season of retreating southwest monsoon, October to November, the cold season, December to February. Now come to the main point, that is the mechanism of monsoon. Just follow the summer monsoon. Today we will discuss about summer monsoon. L means low pressure. Okay. The sun shines overhead the Tropic of Cancer from March to May. By the end of the May, the differential heating of the land and sea bring about a seasonal low pressure trough centered between Thar Desert and Chhatanagpur. The cooler water bodies surrounding it with high pressure, so there is a tendency the low pressure winds attracts the high pressure winds. As usual, the low pressure area attracts the southeast trade winds blowing in the southern hemisphere. As such, after crossing equator, these winds are deflected towards the Indian subcontinent as southwest monsoon winds. They pick up moisture from Arabian Sea. So why it's called southwest? Because They blow from southwest to northeast. Just follow the direction. The southwest monsoon divided into two branches, the Arabian Sea branch and Bay of Bengal branch. Just follow. So at first we discuss about the Arabian Sea branch. The Arabian Sea branch of the southwest monsoon strike the western coast of India in Kerala on 1st June. It gives very high amount of rainfall along the windward side of Western Ghat. It's a orographic rainfall. But the Deccan Plateau lying in the rain shadow of Western Ghat receive very little rainfall. For example, Mahabaleshwar, which is situated on the western side of Western Ghat, receive 250 centimeter of rainfall, whereas the Pune receives very little rainfall, less than 70 centimeter. After that, the Arabian Sea branch moves northward. Just follow the direction of Arabian Sea branch. The Aravallis alignment is parallel to the rain-bearing southwest monsoon winds, and as such they do not offer any obstruction because these hills are very low. The moisture-laden winds passing over Rajasthan do not saturate it as the heat in the desert region increases their capacity to hold moisture. So they reach the Shivalik without shedding their moisture. Now come to the next branch, Bay of Bengal branch. Andaman and Nicobar Islands and Sri Lanka are the first to receive the rainfall from Bay of Bengal branch. The Bay of Bengal branch advances northeastward after picking the moisture from Bay of Bengal. The main target of Bay of Bengal is a low pressure area in North Myanmar. Just follow the northeastern side. A part of it is obstructed by northeast Himalayas, including Garo Khasi Jayantia hills. Garo Khasi Jayantia hills are here. Mausin Ram, 16 km west of Cherrapunji, gets the heaviest rainfall in the world, near about 1200 centimeter. But the Shillong, on the other hand, lying in the rain shadow of Khasi hills, gets very little rainfall because it's a rain shadow area. The remaining portion of the Bay of Bengal branch is deflected towards the west along the Himalayas. The current finally merges with the Arabian Sea branch and sheds remaining moisture at the foothills of Himalayas. On this way, it gives rainfall to West Bengal, Indo-Gangetic Plain, UP, Haryana and Punjab. So this is the direction of southwest monsoon. Here I close the chapter for today. The remaining part we will discuss in next class. Okay. Thank you. Have a good day.